Hello my angry nerds, this is Fanboy and welcome back to another Heart of the Swarm 1v1. Today's game is going to be a ladder game, and it's going to be me, of course, as your lovely red Protoss, and my opponent is going to be Darkness X, another Protoss. So we are going to get this game right underway. As soon as I pull up the production menu, there we go. It looks like Dark X is, I think, going to go for a pylon right there, I would assume, at some point. I go for my first pylon, of course. This map is really strange. Let me zoom out real fast and just show you this map. You have a natural here, of course. You have your primary, and then you have destructible rocks right here that you can blast down or keep up. And then you could technically have a second base, a third base here, possibly. And you have destructible rocks on both sides, if I can find them. Where are they? I know they're there. Where are they? I have no idea where those destructible rocks are. I know they're around. Ah, they're there. So, as you can see, it is kind of an odd base. I have a probe just kind of scouting around, just seeing what was going on. Darkness X has gone for the 2 pylon strategy. Why? I have no idea. That's just kind of odd. What am I up to? I have a gateway. I did get my gas a little late. Most of the time you want this and your gateway and your gas to pretty much finish up right on time, and then you get a second pylon if you don't already have one out on the base. Darkness X is very intent on trying to kill my probe, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna scout my base, so okay. Here in about a second I'm gonna most likely start producing a zealot. Keep producing probes, hopefully eventually, here in about 3 seconds. What else is going on? This Darkness X bleh, is gonna attempt to 4-gate me. He just is now getting his gas. He does not, or does he? He does not have a cyber core on the way. I, on the other hand, do. It's over halfway done. I do get that first blood with that zealot. With this game, I just I was off my game, let's just say that one. I was not producing enough probes. I should have had this one already pretty much down right before the cyber core finished. And the Darkness X is doing something correct. He is producing out of his gateway before he has warp gate technology. What he's not doing correctly is he is overly delaying his Cybernex core. For what reason, I have no idea. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. He needs to get more. He needs to get 3 probes in this gas. His gas was extremely delayed for no reason that I can see of. But he is producing quite a few zealots. He has a zealot out here. I don't know why. I am trying to expand because I haven't been attacked. So I'm assuming he's going to... What I am thinking right now is he's going for like a robo play or something to that effect. He's not trying to 4-gate me because a 4-gate... I mean, a 4-gate pretty much hits right at, I don't know, it can be between the 6th right now, or it can be between 6 and 8 is what I like to say, especially at these lower levels. At higher levels, yes, it can hit at little under 4 minutes into the game it can hit. But this guy is not doing this 4 gate correctly. He only has 3 gates. His warp gate, I almost said warp prism. I'm like, that's not correct. Hang on. His warp gate is not even done, and he only has 3 gateways right now. So what is he trying to do? Is he trying to expand? He doesn't have enough money quite yet. Let's see if he's not expanding. He's not expanding. He does have a pylon out here that I think I see, but I'm not positive. Let's see. I do see it. I don't know why I'm not trying to kill it. I should be trying to kill it, but, you know, I'm not masters. Let's just make that perfectly clear. I do have a working expansion. He warps in 2 stalkers completely and utterly randomly. This one chased mine away, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of odd. I need a mothership core, but I do not have one, unfortunately. And I do go for the pylon, trying to knock it down, and I do get it. So, but I am extremely outnumbered. I could have held this off right here, right now, if I would have had a couple of mortals out. But unfortunately, I just didn't. And now he's putting a pylon inside of my expansion and going for my probes, my poor probes. I need to move these stalkers down. He's gonna focus down this gateway, it looks like, maybe not, and he's continuing on just warping in stalkers, and he's putting down cannons in my main. That's just wrong. He has 4 gateways, adding on a 5th. He has 2 probes right now that aren't doing anything, and he has cannons everywhere. He's a little paranoid, it looks like. He doesn't have expansion, it looks like. And right now I'm just working on building immortals because all he literally has is a handful of stalkers and 3 zealots. But as you can see, I am floating quite a bit of money. I am working on my my warp gates are just now finished, so I should be warping in something quite soon, I hope. As you can notice, this guy, he's good, but he's not that good. If I would have had one immortal out when he attacked, I could have held his attack off completely. 110%. Him putting cannons down here randomly are 1, a waste of resources, and 2, you could build units for the price of these 2 cannons. So don't do that. He is containing me quite well, I will say that much. Sorry about that, I had to take a drink of water. I have the hiccups real bad right now. He has a pretty good size army. I am still on 3 gateways and a robo-core. And I am also getting, slowly getting upgrades because I have the extra money. I at least did have the extra money. Right now I don't at the moment. He does have 2 sentries, but I do have an observer so I can see most of this army. And I do have a pylon. Basically this whole, if you're wondering why this is here, I was going to sneak a base up here right before he attacked. So here he goes, he's up and inside of my base. I am going to photon overcharge. I am moving my units pretty much in the best angle possible. He moves in with his whole entire army, and I really don't know why at this point. I warped in three stalkers right here just to take off as much pressure as possible. He does warp in a couple more units. I only have, well, 2 stalkers and 2 immortals left. I pull all my probes off for the most part. And I'm like, okay. I'm warping in 2 more stalkers. And I'm just going to go for it. He keeps moving, and I kind of trap him up against this wall because he stopped moving for no apparent reason. I'm going to lose most of my probes, but with the stalkers focused on all the probes, I can then go ahead and focus down all these stalkers. But I move everything down here just to try to clean up everything. These probes do need to start working, and they do. I should have backed them off and got back to mining, but I didn't, unfortunately. So I'm going to lose pretty much every single probe. These 2 immortals are absolute heroes. One has 14, the other one has 13 at the moment, 14 and 15. So I'm going to take down all these pylons, but I just don't have any probes. I literally have no probes. So I'm building a probe right now. So literally he's got the upper hand, even though he has literally no forces whatsoever. He has 2 mining bases, but he literally only has what he's warping in right now. So 2 stalkers and 3 zealots. He is adding on quite a few more gateways. So he's up to how many now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's up to 9 gateways. He has not cut off gateway tech. So his Wargate did work, but it did not kill me outright. Because he just didn't have, I'm assuming, the necessary resources to kill me. I did come up here with my Stalker and my 2 Immortals just to see what I could do damage-wise. I tried to take down that pylon, but that didn't work. So this game is, well, pretty much over. So I'm going to speed it up to speed 2 just to where we can get past the whole I'm going to build up my little army and stay in my base forever. There he goes. He does move out. He moves into a corner for no apparent reason. Meanwhile, I had to destroy a pylon to get one of my probes free. So I have 3 probes right now because I withcalled the other one right here. He does expand here, and I'm like, I see this on the minimap. I'm like, what in the world is he doing? Doesn't he not see that I have a pylon up there? But here he comes again, second wave. But I still have no units whatsoever. I have this Hero Immortal that has 16 kills, and I have a Stalker that has 1. I did warp in 2 Zealots. There we go. I have 2 Zealots. I'm going to try to go for this probe. He does cancel that. That's a small victory for me, but he's literally killed my single Immortal and my single Stalker, and he's now just trying to eliminate pretty much everything. I do send these 2 Zealots out not knowing what to do, and I'm like, I don't have enough money to rebuild, so what is he doing? He's checking for an expansion down here. I wish. So I say no surrender, and he goes in, and I can't spell, unfortunately, for some strange reason. So he's basically destroying me, and I'm like, okay, now he's discovered my 1 pylon, killed my probe, so I was like, okay, I'm calling it. See you later. So that was a ladder game. Unfortunately, I did lose to this guy. I'll give you props, Darkness X. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and if you did, please leave a like, and if you want more, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next game. Bye! Toodles. Adios. See you later. Now I'm going to end it. Toodles.